Right then, let's have a little chat. Imagine you need a plumber. You'd expect them to know about pipes. You'd expect them to know about washers. You'd expect them to know how to stop a geyser from erupting in your kitchen. You know what you're getting. Now, think about the world of organization development, OD. These people help companies through big changes. They sort out team squabbles. They help bosses lead better. But here's the rub. For the longest time, nobody could agree what an OD person should actually be good at. It was vague, a bit fluffy around the edges. Was it about feelings? Was it about charts? No one had a proper, agreed-upon list. This lack of clarity was a real headache. If a manager was hiring for a massive merger, what would you put in the job description? You might as well have asked for a corporate wizard. You'd get all sorts applying. Life coaches to spreadsheet fanatics. Picking the right person became a game of chance. You were crossing your fingers when you worried about endless trust falls when you needed a solid plan. It was messy, unprofessional for a field meant to bring order. And what about the people trying to get into OD? Imagine a bright grad, fresh out of university, wanting to make a difference. What skills should they focus on? Without a clear map, their career looks like a plate of spaghetti. They'd take a course here, read a book there, and hope it all added up. It was frustrating for everyone. Promising talent drifted away, and managers grew cynical about OD's results. The profession was stuck, unable to prove its worth clearly. This wasn't just annoying, it was about credibility. Other professions, accounting or engineering, have clear standards. They have exams, they have bodies that can certify competence. OD had none of that. It was labeled a soft skill, a polite way of saying not taken seriously. The field cried out for structure and for proof. It needed ways to measure the crucial skills, to separate professionals. So, into this muddle steps a rather clever new tool. It's called the MOST assessment. Now, MOST isn't just another bit of jargon. It stands for Mastering Organizational and Societal Transformation. A bit of a mouthful, I know, but the idea behind it is beautifully simple. It's designed to be a clear, no-nonsense guide to the skills an OD professional truly needs. The clever people who built it didn't just dream it up over a pint. They created it based on a solid theory called socio-technical systems. This means a healthy workplace must balance the people side, the social bit, and the processes and tools side, the technical bit. You can't have one without the other. The MOST model is broken down into 3 parts. Social, human stuff, getting people to talk to each other, building trust in a fractured team, listening, really listening, being a facilitator, a coach, a workplace therapist, managing feelings and relationships so change feels like a shared journey, the heart of the work. Technical. Charts and plans appear, knowing how to get from A to B, practical tools of the trade, analyze data to find the real problem, design a project plan with clear steps and deadlines, use proven methods to help a group decide. The science that matches the art, structure and rigor that deliver measurable results. Influence, the secret sauce. You can be brilliant with people and a genius with process, but if you can't get anyone in power to listen to you, you're just shouting into the wind. Influence is about leadership and ethics, making a compelling case to senior executives, navigating organizational politics, doing all of this with integrity, ensuring change benefits the whole organization, not just one department or person. The skill that turns good ideas into real lasting impact. Now, you might be thinking, another model, we've had plenty of those, and you'd be right. The world of business is littered with fancy 4-box grids and acronyms that were all the rage for a season and then vanished. But here's where MOST is different. This isn't just a theory someone scribbled on a napkin. It's been properly tested. The creators put it through its paces with over 1,100 people. They ran the complicated statistical checks that make academics nod. This process is called validation. It's what turns a nice idea into a trustworthy tool. So why does validation matter? Think of it this way. If a doctor gives you a new medicine, you want to know it's been through clinical trials. You want proof it works and that it's safe. It's the same principle here. For years, OD frameworks were like folk remedies, based on anecdotes and personal experience. They might have worked for some, but there was no guarantee. A validated tool, like most, is like a prescription medicine. It's been tested, refined, and proven to be reliable and consistent. It means we can be confident that it's actually measuring what it claims to measure. This scientific backing gives the tool real power in the workplace. For hiring managers, it's a game changer. Instead of vague questions like, "Tell me about a time you managed change," they can ask for specific examples tied to social-technical influence. They can design short, practical tests. For example, they could ask a candidate to look at some messy data and outline a plan, technical, or facilitate a mock meeting with a difficult team, social. This makes hiring fairer and more objective and much more likely to find the right person for the job. It moves hiring from gut feeling to an evidence-based decision. This rigor also transforms training and development. Instead of sending people on generic leadership courses, a company can use the MOST assessment to pinpoint exact skill gaps. Perhaps the team is brilliant at the social side, but falls apart when it comes to technical planning. Right. Then you can arrange a targeted workshop on project management tools. It makes training more efficient, less costly, and directly relevant to the team's day-to-day work. It also gives employees a clear language to talk about their own development. All right, so we have this shiny, validated tool. That's lovely. But a tool is only useful if you know how to use it. The beauty of the MOST model is its straightforward, practical nature. For any manager or teacher looking to improve their team or their students, the path forward is quite clear. Manager point. Teacher. The first step is simply to get a baseline. You need to know where you're starting from. This means having your team or your class take the MOST assessment. Team, class. It's not a scary test, it's a snapshot, a skills inventory, collective strengths, gaps. The results aren't for judging people, but for creating a smart plan. Once you have those results, the next step is to design focused learning. This is where you can get really creative. Forget boring, day-long lectures. If the assessment shows a weakness in the social skill of facilitation, for instance, create practical exercises. Have team members take turns leading the weekly meeting. Give them structured feedback afterwards. If the technical skill of data analysis is low, run a lunch and learn session. Someone who is good walks through a real-life example. The key is to make the training active, relevant to your team's actual work, and bite-sized. Active, relevant. Bite-sized people learn best by doing, not by listening. Then there's the matter of hiring. To build a strong OD capability in your organization, you need to bring in the right people. You can embed the MOST framework directly into your recruitment process. Rewrite your job descriptions to reflect the 3 core areas: social, technical, influence. During interviews, use behavioral questions that ask for concrete examples. Tell me about a time you had to present a complex plan to a skeptical leadership team. This structured approach helps remove bias and ensures you are consistently evaluating every candidate against the same important criteria. Finally, this isn't a one-and-done affair. Development is a journey, not a destination. To make sure the training and new hiring practices are actually working, you need to track progress over time. Every 6 months after a major project, are the scores improving in the areas you focused on? Are new hires performing as you expected? This closes the loop. It provides feedback on your development strategy and helps you refine it for the future. It turns skill building from a hopeful guess into a deliberate, measurable, and continuous process of improvement. Plant the seeds. Training, hiring, feedback. So there we have it. The MOST assessment is more than just another model. It's a foundational piece of evidence for the field of organization development. It provides the clear, tested, and practical framework that has been missing for so long. It gives us a common language, And whether you're a CEO, a project manager, or an OD consultant, you can now talk about the skills needed for successful change using the same terms. This shared understanding is the first step toward building trust and proving the value of this crucial work. It helps move OD from the fuzzy periphery to the strategic core of the business. For anyone working in or with OD, the immediate next steps are clear. If you're a manager, start using the framework to assess your team and guide your hiring decisions. Find out where your gaps are and invest in targeted training to fill them. If you're an OD professional yourself, use the model as a mirror for your own career. Identify the areas where you need to grow and seek out opportunities to build those skills. This isn't about finding flaws. It's a positive, proactive way to plan your professional development and increase your impact. It gives you a roadmap for becoming a more complete and effective practitioner. Of course, the work doesn't stop here. A model is a living thing. The world changes, organizations evolve, and our understanding of what makes change successful will deepen. The MOST model must continue to be tested and refined. We need researchers to explore which skills are most critical in different contexts. A tech startup, a government agency, for instance. We need educators to build curricula around these proven competencies, ensuring that the next generation of OD professionals enters the workforce with a solid, evidence-based foundation. It's a collective effort. In the end, this is about elevating an entire profession. By embracing a validated, evidence-based standard, organization development can finally take its rightful place alongside other respected fields like finance, engineering. It can demonstrate its value not just with inspiring stories, but with hard data and consistent results. The MOST assessment provides the anchor for this transformation. It gives us the clarity to hire better, the focus to train smarter, and the credibility to lead change more effectively. It's the solid ground on which we can all build a stronger, more impactful future for our organizations.